Police emergency.
She stopped breathing.
When crisis strikes,
My boy's kicking off, he's trying to attack me.
this is where we turn.
He's got a knife now and they're arguing.
People don't call because everything's going hunky-dory.
It's our emergency services
Whereabouts are they, mate?
who see firsthand
He's getting a blow, isn't he?
what Britons really like.
You're going to get people with AK-47s around to my house.
I just wondering if my drink was spiked.
You've been in prison for harassing somebody else.
I know I was in bloody prison before.
I really hope that's not poo.
And how it's changing.
You need a what, sorry?
Fucking massage.
You need a massage. All right, well, the ambulance service does not provide those.
For the nation's ambulance and police services,
3 weeks.
times have never been tougher.
Fuck off. I said fuck off.
Are you sending an ambulance or not?
The safety nets that people once had just simply don't exist.
You need to come this side of the barrier.
But when it matters most,
It's going blue.
theirs is still the number
I'm scared.
the nation relies on most.
We have dispatched officers on the priority.
It's fine, it's fine. That's what I'm here for.
You've done the right thing by calling us.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, my darling.
I'm really upset. There's nobody I can ring and talk to.
In Wiltshire, 60,000 people
What's the problem? If you don't tell me, I won't be able to help you.
suffer from a common mental health problem.
Let go of me. Die.
You need to come this side of the barrier. Come this side of the barrier, please.
And with support services closing
Has to get put into hospital.
or being cut,
I beg for the fucking help.
so many people are now turning to 999
Why have you rung the police?
Because I couldn't get out of the number house.
that the system is struggling to cope.
That goes against the ethics of the NHS, unfortunately. We can't just leave them on the side of the road. This person needs help. They need help now.
Police emergency, can I help?
My name is Susanna.
Hi, Susanna, how can I help?
There's a Tesco's member of staff on my father's phone.
Oh, right, OK, Susanna, have you left a message for your father at all?
You can't do that on mobile phone.
Yeah, you can. If you just leave a message, they'll be able to pick that up.
Calls to the country's 999 services have reached record levels.
Yeah, but why is she on his mobile phone when she doesn't know him?
It's just a voicemail message. It isn't anything further than that, Susanna, all right?
And the call handlers in the Wiltshire Police Control Room
Hello?
No, I can't get hold of my mum. There's a Tesco's member of staff on there instead.
Hello, Susanna. You're up late tonight?
are getting to know some of their callers rather too well.
Hello.
Hello, Susanna. How can I help you this time?
What's your opinion on the hairs on the carpet?
Hairs on the carpet? Well, like I've said to you before, Susanna, maybe just hoover them up and then just keep an eye on the situation.
Okay.
Susanna has called 999 over 300 times in the last 12 weeks.
It could be hair on the carpet, spaghetti sauce, and her parents being kidnapped by Tesco, or injections in her bum. You really don't know what you're going to get next.
Can you keep the older generation away from me, please? Because I'm only 38 years of age and I've had enough of that woman that comes in my house eating my food. She's very bad mannered and doesn't really dress like a lady in England.
Hello, Susanna.
She dresses like a sack of spuds on a Saturday night.
Oh,
and also she smells
okay.
like all smells funny. She's come in my house and blown off let off wind in my face one day. My house stinks now of that smelly woman.
Oh, dear. Okay.
This lady in particular has signs up around her house telling her not to call 999 because she abuses it that much. As frustrating as it is, she has got serious mental health problems. If you're all right with her, like if you're quite calm and just sort of entertain it a little bit, she seems to take that. Or she might just go to the next level and then keep ringing and shouting all the time.
I don't mind talking to her. Sometimes she does mention that nobody goes and sees her or she hasn't had any contact with her family.
Okay, then, if that's everything. Okay. One more, and then I really have to go because I've got other calls to take.
We do have a lot of vulnerable people who live in Wiltshire. It's difficult, because you do want to help them, but it takes up a lot of our time.
What's Dolmio sauce like in a jar?
Dolmio sauce? It depends. Do you like tomatoey sauces?
Yeah.
Well, I think you might like it then.
It's a problem that's not only facing the police.
Ambulance service, is the patient breathing?
Yes.
Is the patient awake?
Yes.
Is there any serious bleeding?
Not at the moment.
In the Southwestern Ambulance Control Room, one of their regulars is also on the line.
Tell me exactly what's happened.
I feel symptoms of passing away.
Right. So when you say you feel like you're passing away, what symptoms do you actually have?
I actually feel an empty feeling, and my eyes are like gone really dilated, really big.
Okay.
Like I can't walk properly, and I'm losing my life.
Down the line is to tell you exactly what to do next. We're going to have to send out an ambulance to come and check you over, okay?
Thank you so very much.
Paramedic Chris Mills and emergency care assistant Adrian Sawyer are 7 hours into a 12-hour shift.
Emergency care assistants are there as the number 2 on an ambulance. The paramedics there as the brains of the operation. I'm there to drive fast and look good.
Before you send me off now, discharged from hospital, feels empty, eyes dilated, cannot walk.
Just get the map up so I can see.
Are you clammy or having any cold sweat?
I feel colder than usual. My head's spinning.
Are you having cold sweat?
No, but my head's spinning. So I've had to walk the street because I had kind of like a vivid dream.
What's happening tonight, fella?
I just feel like I'm passing away.
You feel like you're passing away? Okay.
Yeah.
What's happening this evening?
I've been discharged from hospital.
Okay.
And in the back of the taxi, I felt I was passing away.
Okay. What did you go to hospital for the first time?
The same thing.
Passing away, okay. Come take a seat on the back of the ambulance.
We're normally quite good judges of being able to look at someone and decide if they're dying or not.
So when you say you feel like you're passing away, what do you mean?
Very lightheaded.
Okay.
I'm losing like my body.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart rate is going really low now.
We'll do a few checks. We'll check your blood pressure and things like that. Just check your temperature in your ear. 35.6. Your blood pressure's good. Your heart's nice and strong. It's going at the right speed. So I've got no concerns that you're passing away.
We couldn't find a problem with his heart or his lungs or his liver or anything like that.
My eyes are really big.
They're not that big. They're no bigger than ours. They're pretty normal.
But there was a problem with his head.
I'm blue.
You're not blue. You're a nice pink colour. There's nothing about you that says you're on death's door. That's because you're having a bit of a panic attack. Do you suffer with anxiety very often?
I do.
We're not just there for the car crashes and the heart attacks anymore. And it would be very unusual if I didn't see someone with mental health problems in every single shift.
All your observations are really good. We don't want to take you to hospital this evening. We've got no need for you to be in hospital. Yeah? So where's home?
Booth House.
Booth House, okay.
For the past 2 weeks, the patient has been sleeping in a homeless hostel run by the Salvation Army.
So how about we pop your seatbelt on, we'll run you around the corner so you don't have to walk all the way back, and then we'll get you inside. Is that all right?
They've been pumping music and smells and all kinds of stuff in the room. Just make me more unwell. I'm scared of them.
There's nothing to be scared of. I mean, it's the Salvation Army. He's got a lot of very complex issues, and it's not something that me and my colleague can wave a magic wand and fix.
They even said they made ice cold water extra ice cold so that I would burn myself inside. And that's what's been happening.
I'm sure that's not the case. I think the best thing we can do is give the crisis team a ring, have a chat and see what's available tonight. and the mental health team can advise with what's best, so we can come up with a plan.
Wiltshire has 3 NHS-funded mental health teams offering 24-hour support to people struggling with mental illness.
Hi there, it's Adrian from the ambulance service in Swindon here. I'm with a gentleman who I believe is known to you. He feels like he's passing away. It doesn't seem... So this has happened on a pretty regular basis then? Most often, the people we meet have chronic conditions, so they haven't started today and they're certainly not going to end today. I take it there's nothing else that we can... He needs mental health professionals who are able to deal with his kind of problems. Can you be any more specific than that? Well, that goes against the ethics of the NHS, unfortunately. We don't want to leave him on the side of the road. We want to make sure that he gets to a place of safety. Right, we'll see what we can do. Bye. It can be quite frustrating that you're trying to find a solution and you can sometimes feel like you're hitting brick walls left, right and centre. OK, so we've got an appointment to see your mental health coordinator on the 28th. In the meantime, they said you're more than welcome to call them any time that you need to talk, all right? We'll try and refer them to services, and quite often it's completely inappropriate. It's, OK, we'll give you an appointment next Tuesday and have a chat. Some of the people that we meet, that's like trying to put a plaster on a missing limb. I think it would be much better if we drop you off at Booth House where it's nice and safe.
Just what I'm going to do when I'm back there, because I can't...
If you don't want to go back there, then you don't have to, but we can't sit here in the back of the ambulance until morning. Otherwise, I'll get into trouble.
On any Saturday night in Swindon, there are 8 ambulances available to cover a population of over 200,000 people.
Come on, buddy.
And so far, the patient has been in this one for 55 minutes.
Come on, we're going to have to be firm now. Swivel yourself around in the seat so we can pop your seatbelt on. The thing that I find most difficult is we'll hear on our radios the dispatcher in the control room crying out for anyone who can help out because they've got no ambulances left to send. Let's get inside.
I'm sorry if I wasted your time.
I can't think of anyone that I've gone to with mental health problems that we've been able to fix there and then. Right, let's go. Their problem's not going to go away. It's only going to snowball and get worse.
We'll come in with you. We'll check it over, make sure everything's okay. Well done, fella.
Police emergency?
Hello, so I know Lucifer now. I've worked it all out.
Right. Right.
Scott's invited evil through Donald Trump into the UK.
Okay.
And I am the Archangel Michael. I'm going to hunt them all down, personally.
Right, okay. Okay. Hello? Hello? Oh. Guess who's calling again?
Oh dear.
Police emergency?
Hello, I've secured Wiltshire. This is the plate of evil.
Do you have an emergency?
Spiritually, yeah.
The very first day that I started, he rang me talking about the angels and the voices in his head. And I said to him, what are the voices saying to you now? And he said to me that they're telling me not to trust you.
I am the spiritual police. I'm the Archangel Michael.
What's the emergency services for?
I'm the Archangel Michael in front of my Heavenly Father.
My heart kind of breaks for him, really, because he's not got the support he needs. So he will come to the police because we're the ones that listen to him.
Hello, you're going to put the phone down on me also?
You promised me you wouldn't call back. Police emergency.
I know the CIA doesn't trust Donald Trump either.
It's about 1 every 10 seconds at the minute, Kirst.
Police emergency.
And it was Satan, Lucifer, who rebelled in heaven, in my family, in my kingdom.
I do wonder what would happen if the police completely rejected these calls, where they would go to.
Listen to me. You are abusing the system and you will get arrested.
Give me 5 seconds.
No.
I can tell him, you know, if you carry on with this, you know you're going to get arrested. It's happened before. And I do wonder whether that's what he wants, because then he's got the comfort of people being around him. I don't know.
Hello,
Bye.
I'm disconnecting the call.
Though police policy is to take a tolerant approach to those with genuine underlying mental health problems.
Just for your information, he's just been arrested by our officers, so you shouldn't get any more calls off him tonight.
Poor chap.
Having called 999 more than 50 times in under 3 hours, the man has been arrested to try and keep lines clear for genuine emergencies.
Morning, how are you?
As good as can be expected, I suppose.
Good.
So the reason is that he has repeatedly called the 999 system at Wiltshire Police and the fire brigade, making a hoax call.
And the ambulance service. And the Met
Is
Police.
it right if I do this bit?
And the Welsh Police.
Is it right if I do this bit?
Yeah, go on.
There's been approximately 50-odd calls. Said that the Welsh aren't welcome in the country and they're not to cross the border at any time. Subsequently, I've arrested him for misuse of the 999 system.
Well, I didn't say the Welsh aren't allowed in the country. I said I'm going to secure the Scottish border to win England, right? Yeah, 7-0. You get it right if you're going to say things.
Can you remove your hat, please? Thank you. Are you aware of suffering from any form of mental health problem?
I've been told that I suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder from my military career, but I don't recognise any other diagnosis. I've been given so many diagnoses on the planet, to be honest. Crazy.
I started in custody in 1995, and I've noticed in the last 10 years the amount of people coming into the custody suite that might be suffering from some form of mental illness, some sort of psychosis, is staggering compared to what it used to be a few years ago. 3/4 of the people that we deal with are on some form of medication for mental health illness.
Have you had alcohol or non-prescribed drugs today?
I'm still intoxicated, yeah.
Are you dependent on alcohol?
I am now.
You said earlier that you have served in the armed forces.
Yeah.
We will provide you with a combat stress leaflet.
I've spoken with combat stress already, so I can win that.
But we'll give you the leaflet. If you want to take it further, that's up to you.
I have someone standing before me that is poorly and mentally ill and has been brought into a custody suite in which we mainly deal with people that have allegedly committed crime.
Have you ever tried to harm yourself?
I have done in the past, yeah.
How do you feel about self-harm and stuff at the moment?
Don't know how I feel tonight.
My frustration is that they shouldn't be with us.
It's Sunday afternoon.
6-3 going.
And PC Eric Frempong has been dispatched to a local health centre in the middle of Swindon, where a patient who came in for a checkup has been refusing to leave.
Hello, mate. You right? You okay? You alright, mate? What's the problem? Can I help? Are you in pain? Where about?
It's the man who less than 24 hours ago was convinced he was passing away.
Go and talk to me. You got to talk. What's your name? Look at me. Hey, look at me. What's the problem? If you don't tell me, I won't be able to help you. Have you been to the surgery?
This gentleman came today saying he had chest pain.
Yeah.
Which was, after we've seen him, we thought was part of his anxiety, so not actually a problem, a cardiac problem. And he wouldn't leave the consultation room, so we had to half carry him out back to the waiting area.
Yeah.
He has a long history of mental health problems all around anxiety. He's known to the mental health services in Swindon. He's made no suicidal ideation, so I'm not concerned about his welfare from that point of view. I'm concerned about him as a vulnerable adult.
Right.
I had seen him before, I'd seen him a couple of times, and my heart sinks because it looks like the system has let him down again. So whatever we tried to do before didn't work.
Speaking to someone from the surgery, he should be known to the mental health team. He's currently staying at John Booth House in Swindon.
The problem is we're a minor injury and a minor illness unit. We can't medicate those people. We're only really observing them. We're only monitoring them. We're only being a sort of chaperone for them. We're not able to take forward any sort of assistance.
Do you want me to give you a lift back to Booth House?
So what are we going to do? You know, who are we going to ring? It's like Ghostbusters, who are you going to call, really? Who's going to try and sort this problem out?
Can I open that so I can talk to you, please? Look at me, speak to me. Your trousers is coming off. Do you want to pull it back up? Pull your trousers back up, mate. Good man.
I know from experience if we ring the crisis team, they're busy. They won't ring back very quickly. I once rang the crisis team and I got a phone call back 4 days later.
How can I help you if you're not talking to me? What can I do for you today?
I get to a point where I think, well, now I can't do anything else now. All I can do, really, is get the police involved because at least I know he is getting a level of care.
If I can't help you, I'll find someone who can. What can I do for you?
But all you're doing is you're just shifting a bit of responsibility to somebody else.
Come and sit in my car. Let me give you a lift, all right? It's nice and warm in there. All right? I can see you are shaking. Come on, let's go. Come on. Good man. Go on. You're doing really well. Come on.
Is it the role of the police to be turning up to someone in crisis?
It's a very difficult question to answer. If someone has got a knife and they're harming themselves, I think there's a place for police to go and disarm them, try and save life. That's what you joined the job for. I've got your bottle of drink here. Okay, do you want to keep hold of that? Once there's no danger, then it should be up to the mental health team or the crisis team to then take over and deal with. And that's the challenge we're facing at the moment.
Please don't let me die.
Why do you think you're going to die? What is burning?
My insides.
You're supposed to be policing, but you end up dealing with that person for probably an hour, 2 hours. Sometimes it takes up to 4 hours. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to call paramedics for you?
I don't want to die.
You're not going to die. I'm trying to help you.
After spending more than an hour with the man and getting precisely nowhere.
I'm not a doctor, but I can stay with you and I've got the help that you need coming.
PC Frempong passes the responsibility onto the ambulance service.
Do you want to grab your stuff? Grab your phone and your drink.
I suppose the irony was that the police then called the ambulance.
Yes. It is, and it perpetuates the problem. So what you've done now is you've actually used up 2 resources.
We'll get you in the ambulance and we'll do some checks on you, boss.
All right, come on.
Come on.
Go on then, mate.
Stop your hand then. Yeah, we will. Yeah, of course we will. Go on, that's it.
We're just playing pinball with people. We're just bouncing them off from one agency to the other.
This chest pain, where is it? Point. It's in the side, is it? Yeah?
The first law of medicine is do no harm. But in a lot of these people, we're actually not doing any good because we're not, just don't have the power, the capability, the reach. And mental health services are stretched. Well, that's an understatement. You know, it's almost broken, the system.
It's 11 o'clock on Saturday evening.
Police emergency.
In the Wiltshire Police Control Room.
Hello, can you hear me? You've reached the police.
Another distressed mental health patient is on the line.
I can hear that you're a bit upset, but I need you to tell me what's happened.
Come on, you guys know me by now. I really don't want to go through this again.
Mental health problems dominate our calls now.
I need you to tell me, why have you rung 999 then?
Because I couldn't get on the numbers or else.
We always tell them to call their crisis workers, which is what they should be doing. But they go home. We're then the mental health team, basically.
I'm just a little bit upset. There's nobody I can ring and talk to.
Have you called the crisis team?
Yes, I tried everybody. I tried all that. I'm not getting nowhere.
Recently, we got the mental health team who work with us in the control room, which is great. It is much better, but they go home at midnight, and after that, we're stuck.
So could you tell me what's happened today?
Nothing's happened.
So nothing's happened in particular.
Oh.
I need you to take a deep breath for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just... It's fine.
Oh, Jesus God.
I don't know who people would turn to if they didn't have the 999 line.
I need to ask you what you are aiming to get out of this call.
Well, you can hopefully look after me and take me to hospital. I'm not mentally fit to look after myself. There you go.
So you're looking to go to hospital?
Yeah. Thank you, bye.
I think there would be a lot more people hurting themselves or potentially, dare I say it, killing themselves because they didn't have anybody to talk to.
She was, like, serious distress. Horrible.
It's thought that 90% of people who take their own life have an underlying mental illness.
Police emergency.
Hi, I'm on the M4 just before junction 15 heading towards the M25. There's a bridge and there's two people sat on top of it.
What, on the railing?
Yeah, like a bridge and there's two people sat literally on top of it. Yeah.
I'll get off down and look. Can you see if it's males or females?
I couldn't tell you.
Do you think their feet were over the barrier?
Yeah, there was definitely over. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Officers have arrested the two individuals threatening to jump from the motorway bridge for their own safety.
Dangled over the bridge on the M4.
Stand in front of the desk here, please.
Hello? Is it Gabby?
19-year-old Gabby will now have to spend the night at Gable Cross Custody Suite.
So, I don't think we know each other. All right, my name's Karen. So I'm going to go through the booking in procedure, all right? And then I'll go through your rights, things that you've got to have given to you because you've been arrested. Yeah? You OK with that? Good.
Gabby was up on the overbridge over the M4. They both stated that they were there, they were going to jump and kill themselves. Police have had to shut the M4 in both directions. They've been arrested on suspicion of willful obstruction on the highway.
Do you understand the allegation?
Should we get you a tissue and you take your hair out?
Are you trained in any form of mental health counselling?
No, not trained at all. However, I think with experience and the amount of people that you see, you can help people by putting their mind at rest and explaining the situation.
Just can't stop crying.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So, do you think it would be good to see our nurse? See what we can do, which pathways we can put you in? What do you reckon? Good, let's go with that then, yeah? Some people like to be consoled, your arm around their shoulder or just someone to talk to. Yeah, really, it's just, I think it's about the need to be cared for, really. Some people that I meet, I know a lot about. I've never met you, I know nothing about you, so I'm going to ask you about your health and your welfare and things like that, all right? I'm not doing that to trick you or anything, that's just so I can work out how to look after you, all right? The officer's going to search you as well, just your outer clothing to make sure you've got nothing on you that's going to hurt yourself.
I think it was just one of those days where I'd had enough of everything and anything, and I kind of felt like, you know, waking up in the morning just thinking, oh, today's not going to be like any other day.
You on any medication at all?
Yes.
Olanzapine, yeah. Gabby, I know from that medication that you are going to be suffering from mental health problems. So what is your diagnosis? Have you been diagnosed?
I've got EUPD and I've got depression, basically.
What's EUPD?
It's emotionally dysregulation personality disorder.
Emotionally, what was the next bit?
emotionally dysregulation personality disorder. It basically just means that my emotions are a lot more heightened than the average person's. So say someone's quite angry, I'd be absolutely furious. And unfortunately, you've got to imagine when I'm feeling quite depressed, I'm not feeling depressed, I'm feeling like I'm completely in the pits and there's no way out. There is no treatment for it. It's just learning to cope with it.
The next one I know the answer to as well, really. Have you ever tried to harm yourself? That was the purpose of tonight, wasn't it? Tonight?
When I was about 14, 15, I got a diagnosis of mental health. First thing I got is chucked on medication to try and sort me out. I had very, very bad low points in which I actually got sectioned and taken into hospital for a period of time to try and help me. Your life isn't supposed to be shit forever. Excuse my language.
Can I ask one thing?
Ask away.
With my hallucinations, I get really, they get quite scary.
Mm?
And I can't be in a confined space.
Mm.
Because it will just, I won't be able to cope.
So what I'll say about that is, under normal circumstances, the police cell is the safest place for you to be, right? So you'll see our nurse, OK? And you need to discuss that with her, and I'll accommodate you as the nurse suggests, all right? You're dealing with people that are in crisis. You are at the cutting edge of their problem, right there and then. So while she searches you, I'll ask you questions, yeah? It's difficult getting them to understand actually they're in a police station, not because they've committed any crime, but because it's the safest place. But then you get into the realms of, do you really believe that yourself, that it's the safest place, or the best place for someone to be? Quite frightening whether you've got a mental illness or whether you haven't, to be honest. If you do go in a cell, it is unlikely that the door or the hatch would be open, all right? Because that's safety and we're not allowed to do that, OK?
A cell doesn't actually help. We're not criminals. You know, it's not my fault that I'm going through a crisis. It isn't. You almost feel like you have committed a crime.
I devised a custody word search with all custody words, which I give to people to take their mind off being in here. You want to give it a go?
I'll even buzz when I'm done.
Come on.
Ultimately, she shouldn't be being brought before you, should she?
My answer is I don't think she should, but where else is she going to go? No, go on. What do you change your trousers and your daps then, and then we'll sort it. So what do you want to eat? Ideally, they should go to a mental health suite, but because of a shortage of beds, there's often problems finding a bed for that person. Chicken curry it is, all-day breakfast.
In 2014, all the UK's police forces pledged to reduce the number of mentally ill people being brought into custody.
Coffee or something like that? Sugar?
Numbers have fallen, but they are still worryingly high. And in the early hours of Friday morning, a familiar face is back at Gable Cross.
Over to me, guys.
Just stand there on the red line, look.
Just confirm your date of birth for me, please.
Fuck off. Get your hands off me. I don't want any of you to touch me.
This is the fourth time the man who claims to be the Archangel Michael has been arrested this month.
So I just called to Medina nightclub where this chap's been seen completely naked and he's been masturbating outside the pub.
Fuck off! That's bullshit! I was having a piss! You fucking lying bastard!
Indecent exposure.
Okay. I'm going to authorise your detention and secure and preserve evidence so we can...
Do you believe that, Sarge? What you fucking said?
When we've got the evidence and when we're ready to interview and when you're fit, which is clearly not that.
This is just the merry-go-round that goes round. Because they don't get their treatment, then, you know, the core root of their problem isn't getting addressed.
I would authorise research, but there's very little to search, so we are going to go to which cell, Dan?
D5.
I want to get a spiritual solicitor. Come on, this
man. Yeah,
you caused me pain, you prick.
solicitor do you want?
I've already told you where you're going. No, fuck you, Sarge. You're going to hell.
And some of those people, you know, have ended up in prison, and for us, that feels like a real failure of everything.
Lean forward. That's it.
Right, this is how you laid me when you fucking crucified me, you bastards, and tortured me.
Yeah.
After being left to cool down in his cell.
You're all
Thank you, gentlemen.
No, thank you.
He's brought back to the desk to be charged.
It's here at Swindon in the County Wiltshire, intentionally expose your genitals, intending that someone would see them, be caused alarm or distress. That's contrary to Section 66 of the Sexual Offences Act 2003.
We've got 90% of the prison population with mental health issues. Our prisons are the new asylums.
These aren't the actions of a well person. If that's what you're trying to say, explain that at court for what you've got to do, OK? If you're wanting some help with that, explain that at court as well.
Asylums are no longer acceptable in society, but we're basically using the prisons in the same way.
Emergency. My friend, she said she was going to jump off a car park.
Okay.
I'm following her up the ramp at the moment. You know, this isn't good because crisis team has just blown her off and just said, well, don't worry about it.
She's with you now, is she?
She's just in front of me.
Right, okay. Just stay on the phone for me. I'm going to get officers to come out, but I just need you to stay on the phone, all right?
DJ November 6-1. We're just coming up to town centre now. Which car park is female in?
With another potential suicide in progress, all available units are dispatched to the scene.
This will be the second attempt at suicide this week.
How close are you to her?
She's just in front of me, at the very top.
Top floor of the car park. Get to the very top floor.
She's trying to climb over it. She's got one leg over, one leg not. Let go of me! Wants to die. Yes, I've got hold of her at the moment.
Let her know that we are coming in. We are looking to get. We're looking to try and get her the help she needs.
Get up!
You still got hold of her?
She has mental health conditions and it's just been getting worse. Get off me! No.
What's happening? Hello?
QJ Whiskey 82, we've located the female. She's not on the right side of the railings at the moment, all right?
Get off me!
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Get off me now!
Listen to me.
No, get the fuck off me! Just leave me alone!
Mate, you need to come this side of the barrier.
I don't need to go anywhere.
Come this side of the barrier, please.
No! No!
You turn up to those incidents and you go up to this person who is just trying to get the confidence to jump.
Yeah.
They want to kill themselves, but they're still human, they're still frightened of doing it. At that point, you can't risk that she has that split second of utter hopelessness. You've got to do something quick.
Okay, right. Right.
It's such a terrible situation for everyone to be in. Most of all, the person who's going through the worst time of their life.
Okay, walk with me.
No!
Walk with me, please.
And police have turned up and decided to restrain them. It's awful for everyone involved.
Get out of my sight! I don't ever want to see you again!
Just do me a favour, mate. Just go and step back there, all right? Right, talk to me,
Why
Gabby.
are you trying to stop me?
Because...
Suicide isn't illegal, so just let me kill myself.
No.
Yes.
My brain was already struggling with what was going on inside my head already, and then all of a sudden I've got like several police officers around me. Inside my head I'm going, shit, what am I doing?
Let's just make this easy, love, yeah?
Why should I make it easy?
It's less than 7 days since Gabby was last taken into police custody for her own safety.
Fuck off!
I know Gabby. I've been out to her a few times. A lot of police officers know her quite well. She's very well known to mental health services.
Do you know what? You can all fuck off.
Gabby, you were very polite last time I met you. You're a very nice young lady.
Yeah, well, this is the mental side of me. So welcome to the mental side of me.
Problems. I've met you before like this, Gabby. Just try and stay calm.
No, I can't stay calm. 'Cause I'm not getting support.
Gabby, when was the last time you spoke to the crisis team?
I've literally just left the crisis team. I
have
asked
you?
to get put into hospital. I begged them. I've asked for the fucking help. And no, there's no beds. You just phone the intensive team and just say, can we 136 her? And they'll say yes.
Do you want to be 136?
Yes, because I actually want to die, believe it or not.
Gabby is asking to be hospitalised under Section 136 of the Mental Health Act.
But at the end of the day, it's quite a big decision to 136 someone, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Commonly known as sectioning.
Anyone that's been sectioned will tell you the hospital is probably the most shittest place on the world because you can't do things like a normal person. You lose contact with the outside world, but at the same time, you're in a safe place where you can't harm yourself. It's technically them taking the control that you don't have.
Or just 136 me, please.
From what the information we're being given, Gabby, 136 isn't the right thing in this situation. Mental health are telling us you've got a really good support network around you.
What do you do? Well, I'm not happy leaving her because, you know, would I be able to live with myself if I jump in my car and drive away, she goes straight back up and jumps off? No.
What we're going to do, you're under arrest for breach of the peace, all right?
See, I told you.
Just listen to what I'm saying, Gabby.
No,
all
I
right?
told you. I knew.
You don't have to say anything, but in my army defence, do not mention one question such as let rely in court. Anything you do so may be given evidence, all right?
I really hope.
Necessity for it, Gabby, is just to stop you
and
doing
you're
something
gonna put me
to
in a
yourself.
fucking cell again.
But hopefully, Gabby, we can get you to speak with a mental health professional there, all right? I'm not happy leaving you, because if you go off and do something stupid...
You'd rather me go to a custody cell with hallucinations and hearing voices.
It's better than you jumping off a car park. Sit back down, Gabby.
I'm not going in a van.
You are.
I'm not going in a van.
You will be, Gabby. I'm going to put some handcuffs on you, all right?
No, why did you need to put handcuffs on me?
Because of the way you're acting, Gabby. I don't want you to do something stupid.
It's a horrendous thing to have to do, to take someone's liberty. Police officers, for whatever stereotypes we've got going against us, we do want to help. You know, we don't want to leave people in that situation. We want to do what's right by people.
Yeah.
Treating me like a fucking criminal.
I'm trying not to treat you like a criminal, Gabby, but we've got to stop you hurting yourself.
You know, we feel as frustrated as she does.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Gabby.
In Wiltshire, there are just 3 emergency beds available to people in severe mental distress. So Gabby is back at Gablecross once more.
Gabby, can you just confirm your date of birth for me, please? 1997?
You did a damn good job last time. Let's try and do it this time, all right?
No, because I don't belong here.
If you don't get to people in time, if you don't say the right things, if you can't offer them the correct help, yeah, they end up taking their own life.
I am going to authorise your detention so that we can prevent any harm.
I don't want to be here.
I know you don't want to be here, but we do have to care for you.
I don't foresee a solution anytime soon. It's just about trying to keep the lid on things and doing the best with what we've got.
So between now and last time I saw you, have you tried to harm yourself before? Apart from tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
Anything else I need to know about you to keep you safe? You don't like small spaces, that is one of them, isn't it? The police will always respond to someone that's suffering. You know, we have to preserve and save life. I am going to try and help you. I've told you that, Gabby. I can't honestly do any more than that. I will try and help you as much as I can. If there is nobody else and we are the last people to deal with them and we can keep them safe, then that's our duty and we have to.
Police emergency.
Hello.
Hello, Susanna. Hello, Susanna again.
I've just got me a new telly and it's called Panasonic telly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of complicated telly.
Did you watch Saturday Night Takeaway with Ant and Dec?
Susanna is still an all-too-familiar caller to the 999 services.
Police emergency.
Hello, I think my phone charge has been damaged.
I think spend an extra minute trying to speak with her, and you always live in hope that it's going to be the last time she calls.
How can I help you if you're not talking to me?
The man who repeatedly believed he was passing away was also seen again by the emergency services.
There's nothing about you that says you're
on death's door.
But he was eventually found a place in a mental health facility where he's currently receiving in-depth psychological support.
I'm sorry if I wasted your time.
Oh, not him again. He was released this morning.
The man who claims to be the Archangel Michael has been arrested twice more in the last 3 months.
Have you got a job?
Yes.
Which is?
I'm a police officer, I'm a healer, a spiritual healer, a mental health healer, 101, 909, I'm everything. A psychiatrist, psychiatric nurse, a doctor, I'm everything.
And for one offence has received a 16-week prison sentence. Suspended for 2 years. Gabby was released from custody the next day without charge.
I am glad they turned up, and I am glad that they kind of went, no, this is not the right answer.
9 months on, she's coping much better and got herself a place at college to complete her education.
I want to go into the fire service or the police service. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, why police? But I want to take my experiences and what I've gone through into my job and help other people. At school, I used to get called nerd. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm a nerd. So what? I love being a nerd.